Speaking of which, we're also adding crit damage back to 100%.
Konečně! No way! Oni po 6 letech přiznali, že jungle je nejvíc broken role in-game. Bez takým to napsalo AI, co mají změnit v League of Legends. Rychlejší hry, víc minionů, ADHD, bum bum bum!
On mi prostě tvrdí, kamo, že v volku bude 7 itemů na maxmanech, je to pravda nebo?
Koštíka.
Počkej, tak se jdem pojat na videjko. Počkej, takže oni buffují top lane, tak to mění moje plány. Jestli oni buffují top lane, tak já místo jungle swapu na top lane. Hej, ale proč by buffovali top lane jako?
In January.
Over the last few years, League has been largely about team fighting over neutral objectives, fighting around grubs, dragons, or that vision ward you just placed around grubs or dragons.
And while we know 5v5s make for some of the highest highs, we want to swing back towards a state where more strategies like splitting or sieging are more viable.
Split už neexistuje, no.
So we're making some changes to major neutral objectives, towers, and minions in order to do just that.
Additionally, we're making adjustments to roles so everyone has an appropriate impact on the outcome of each game, because right now, some lanes are much better at turning a winning lane into a winning game.
We also have some delightful improvements, so let's get started.
The first thing you'll notice in January is that the game starts faster. We want to reduce downtime after you load in, so minions and basic jungle camps first spawn 35 seconds earlier than they do
TikTok, brain.
today. You'll still be able to pull off early invades, but you'll have to be much more decisive when you load in.
We're also making some changes to vision. It's an incredibly powerful tool in League, but right now it feels monopolized by supports and sometimes by junglers. We want to make effectively warding the map easier to learn for everyone, and give more opportunities and power towards drops by pushing champions, especially mid and top laners who are side laning later in the game.
So, we're adding Phalites, locations that grant temporary bonus vision to wards with unique bonus vision areas for each spot.
Aha, takže nějaký nový toto a ty když do toho vlezeš, tak máš větší vizi.
Will be available at the beginning of each game, while others reveal themselves when the elemental rift transforms, particularly those that would otherwise disrupt early game jungle.
Okay, so on to the objectives. Otacon was one of the biggest additions to the Rift this year, and was a pretty cool, unique objective to fight over. That said, he contributed to objective fatigue, which many of you cited as
je strašně moc objektivů.
issue, and we agree. We wanted to alleviate this over time. We had removed the second form of Otacon, we removed the second set of grubs, but it really wasn't enough. So, just like Zehen did, we are cutting Otacon out of the game.
Okay.
That includes Blood Roses and the petals with them.
Okay.
That said, let us know what you think about limited time gameplay changes and if there's something you'd like to see more of.
But back to Otacon, his removal also means that Baron will go back to his old 20-minute spawn time. Welcome back, King.
Additionally, we're making all epic monsters more durable, especially late game dragons as you get closer to Dragon Soul. That should make it so that
dragons jsou víc durable, takže nevanshotneš, to je hodně dobrá změna.
Easier for teams on the back foot to contest dragons and other epic monsters or trade something meaningful on the other side of the map.
Finally, we're also removing feats of strength from the game. We like to push teams to progress the game and provided goals to rally around, but we think we can create better game systems that allow for players to have more individual agency over their games. With feats getting the boot, we're adding back some gold rewards for first blood and first turret.
Nice.
Another way we're looking to improve sieging is with a new mechanic called Crystalline Overgrowth, which is kind of like a universal demolish effect. Crystals will build up on towers over several minutes, and when hit, they're consumed to deal an extra burst of damage based on how much buildup has accumulated. This should help enable pushing windows in more situations, even if you're behind or don't have the highest DPS. Demolish will be sticking around, but will be simplified to a good old 3-hit passive.
We love 3-hit passives.
Yes, we do.
Turret plates will now stay on.
Pasiv je, Demolish bude broken. Oni z Demolishu na těch 5 vteřin udělají na 3-hit pasiv a to bude broken.
Permanently, and will be added to the inner and inhibitor towers as well. We're doing this to create long-term piecemeal rewards for pushing.
Plác budou co? Platey budou inhibitor?
We're doing this to create
Oni budou platy na inhibitorů?
Piecemeal rewards for pushing. No matter what state the turret's in, you're likely to mine some gold by taking aggressive actions. We're not adding more gold to the map with these changes. Instead, we're going to be basically spreading out the current gold for killing a tower and splitting it across the plates.
To further facilitate pushing, we're ramping up minion respawn rates in the late game to give more frequent access to
rychlejší hry, víc minionů, ADHD, bum.
We're also adjusting late game home guards to swiftly take you to your most pushed minion wave in each lane.
And finally, next turret will respawn.
Split push bude broken, by the way. Split push bude real
partial
thing.
Health missing.
Já budu hrát top lane.
We like that the respawn allows a team to hold their base for a while and not have to worry about getting backdoored by a Twitch, but with a full health respawn, it meant that it was honestly incorrect for a sieging team to finish killing the turret sometimes.
Now, for our biggest change for next year, roll quests.
When you load into the game in
Questy
January,
pro role.
top, bot, and mid lane will now have their own quests that reward unique power, similar to the jungle pet evolutions and the support item upgrades.
You'll progress these new quests by killing minions,
Nice, konečně nějaký, vole, questy pro ID carry, aby ta hra
waves,
nebyla boring.
towers, or epic objectives.
Protože ty v té hře za ID carry nemůžeš nic dělat, jenom čumíš 25 minut, jak tvůj tým hraje.
All
A
the
je to
things you'd
boring.
normally be doing in a game. You'll progress even faster by doing those in your assigned lane.
Your quest is decided by which role you've been assigned in the lobby. So if you and a friend or a stranger want to change roles, make sure you do an official trade in champ select.
One of our goals with these role quests is to buff top and bot carry relative to the other roles, as they're currently the two weakest, and as a result, the quest rewards are going to be comparatively stronger for
Carryčka na top lane buffujou, to je actually good. Ale top lane je broken jak svině anyway. Top lane je broken jak svině, takže nevím, jestli to nebude až moc velký buff. A bot lane buff, konečně, vole, 2 roky na to čekáme.
Let's get into the rewards, which will be granted in a new role quest slot.
Historically, top laners haven't always felt like they have the agency over the games that they deserved, even if they won their lane. And that's
Bro, hraje někdo z vás v tom balance týmu v Master plus Elu? Halo? Jak jako, že nemají impact?
something we would like to change this season. Upon quest completion, top laners will receive pretty much summoner teleport for free on top of the 2 summoners they already chose. Now, if you had taken teleport in pregame, instead that spell gets a lot stronger, giving a very, very large shield when you use it. In addition to getting a functionally free summoner spell, top laners will also get a bunch of bonus XP up front, more XP from future sources, and an increased level cap.
Now,
Level 19! Co to je?
Bonus XP up front, more XP from future
Level
sources,
19!
and an increased level
Ti mrdane! Hraju top lane.
cap.
now to mid lane.
Hraju
A
top
huge
lane.
variety of champions can be played there, so we wanted this reward to be good whether you're mage,
Změním plán, neswapu do jungle, swapu na top lane.
assassin, or both like Malphite mid. And upon completing the quest, mid laners will receive a free tier 3 boot upgrade like the ones you could buy with feats, as well as a faster recall.
Rounding it
Počkej, ale to je OP, to taky, to je taká OP.
out for new quests in bot lane, we're going to lean even harder into the carry part of the role. So while top laners getting bonus XP, bot laners are getting a whole bunch of extra gold. When completing their quest, they get a lump sum of gold, increased gold from minion kills, champ kills, and champion assists for the rest of the game. And you might be asking, well then what do I do with all this gold if I hit item
Ale udělali to dobře, že ty to máš, tenhle quest, jenom jako AD carry bot, takže ty to nemůžeš mít na midu ani na topu. Rozumíš tomu?
cap? Don't worry, the item cap is going up. Your 7th item slot will hold your boots permanently, allowing you to
Ty pičo, Ale počkej, k čemu mi je 7 itemů v solo queue? Chat, jakoby na Master Elu, na Master Grandmaster Elu ty hry mají 25 minut, to je 1,5 itemu a ta hra skončila, takže jakoby halo?
get 6 full legendary items for extra hard late game
K
scaling.
čemu mi to je?
Jungle and support already have quests and rewards, but we still wanted to take this opportunity to make some
To je na Streamer Clash, no na Streamer Clash, hele, já budu hrát AD na Streamer Clashu v ten moment, anebo top lane. Ale jako legit, k čemu mi je v solo queue, vole, mít 7 item? Však, vole, já prostě dostavím jeden item a to je všechno, co udělám v solo queue.
changes to them. Jungle is by far the strongest role in the game right now, especially when it comes to early map influence. Changes to them. Jungle is by far the strongest role in the game right now.
No way! Oni po 6 letech přiznali, že jungle je nejvíc broken role in-game a že to má největší impact early game, mid game i late game. No fucking way! Normálně ten jungler, co byl v balance týmu, tak dostal kick, anebo prostě šel pracovat do jiný společnosti.
Now, especially when it comes to early map influence. So we're slightly lowering the speed of early game clears to give lane matchups a little bit more time to play out uninterrupted.
Konečně
We're
nerfou
also making it
jungle.
harder
Konečně!
for non-junglers to steal objectives by increasing their resists and making Smite deal more damage.
Their role quest is still getting pet upgrades and PvP smite like before, and they're now getting increased gold and XP from large monsters when the quest is done, as well as bonus movement speed in the jungle.
Similar to jungle, we think support is already plenty powerful and has a very functional role
Support je
quest. So
strašně broken.
we
nerf
didn't want to
support.
directly increase their power. With that in mind, we wanted to give them quality of life oriented upgrades, so we're giving them a new slot exclusively for control wards, discounts on control wards, and a little bit more gold over time so they can keep pace a little better with the other roles.
Overall,
Okay.
we want these quests to represent meaningful power spikes in a way that leans into the unique strengths of each role.
Konečně přiznali, že support je broken.
This also allows us to delete the lane swap detective mechanic that we added last year to combat pro lane swapping. We'll be keeping a close eye on how quests land, so please let us know your thoughts next year.
Vypadá hodně dobře.
But role quests aren't all we have planned to make your champions feel more satisfying. We're going to bring back a few items to the Rift for each class, so give them some shiny new toys, including bringing back a few familiar favorites like Hextech Gunblade.
For example, we're adding the new Scepter of Bonking for AP fighters, which will empower your Spellblade Bonk to double your on-hit effects.
That's not the final name, is it?
I would like it, but no, we're probably gonna give it something in canon.
I do love bonking. Well, anyway, given none of these names are final, if you're an AD fighter without a good way to get Omnivamp, you can grab Blood Sphere, which will give you some Omnivamp and also ability haste scaling with your AD.
Or if you play an AD carry who's really good at auto-spacing, you can pick up Snowbow for extra range on takedown, plus damage amp based on how far away you are from your opponents.
We took a hard look at which subclasses didn't feel like they were getting enough support from the current item system and worked to fill those spaces, so we're hoping many champions have at least one of the 9 new items that they can get excited about.
Speaking of which, we're also adding crit damage back to 200%.
Konečně! Budu mít damage! Jo! Jo! Ty pičo, jo! AD carry nebude vodhoven, rolej! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Alright, we know that was a lot to cover. We're excited to hear what you think of all these changes as the new season kicks off.
And in case you're looking for even more details or insights on these changes, make sure to check out the dev blog that's live right now.
That's it from us on the Summoner's Rift team, and so we'll throw it back to Pablo and Medler, and we'll see you on the Rift.
Ještě by to chtělo shared XP buffnout, abych nebyl 4 levely behind na topaře, protože topař bude level 19, když já budu level 12, kurva. Halo?
Okay.
Jako top lane legit bude level 19, když já budu level 12. Já budu 7 level behind.
Let's talk about ranked. This year we've been making improvements to shorten queue times and make your matches more fair through improvements to inting and griefing detection. And, more recently, we ran a test in late September that reduced queue times by 40% at all ranks.
Bro, já mám minutovou queue, to mě nezajímá, nechci autofill a nechci intery. Půlka EU West Master Tieru by měla mít permaban a sebraný volební práva, jako mě nezajímá queue time.
We do know though that even with that balance, autofill games can still feel discouraging when you play your best in a role that you didn't choose. That's why we're adding a new system called Aegis of Valor. If you're autofilled and earn a mastery score of C or greater, the Aegis will trigger. You won't lose any LP on a loss, or you'll earn double LP for a win.
So for
Autofill to win, já budu fillovat
those
perma.
of you who main less popular roles and therefore seldom get autofilled, first of all, thanks. We haven't forgotten about you. You'll still occasionally receive the Aegis benefit at about the same rate as other players because we want to reward the role heroes who keep the queue healthy and moving. Finally, we know how frustrating it is to be constantly returned to the queue because you get enchained dodges.
Koho vzali? Normální. Konečně tam udělají normální změny.
Lobby after lobby. So, we've made a few updates.
First, after a positive response to our pilot test,
Bez takým to napsalo AI, co mají změnit v League of Legends.
we're removing the ability to ban a hovered allied champion, taking away an opportunity for a teammate to tilt off the planet before the match even starts. And then second, dodging a lobby will no longer allow players to escape autofill. It'll just get carried over to the next lobby. We think that the Aegis of Valor should provide a solid reward for sticking around and trying. So, I mean, come on, it's double LP for a win, after all. And at Master and above, dodging an autofill will count as a full loss.
We know that this is a pretty big change from how we've dealt with dodging in the past, and we believe that this will lead to higher quality and faster games. Speaking of speeding things up, we're also speeding up Champ Select by cutting down on timers and animations, which should save about half a minute.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, no, I did it.
ADHD prostě.
And if that wasn't enough, we've got one last ranked change. We're adding back duo queue to higher ranks, including Challenger, in most regions. For so many people, League is better with friends.
No way.
And in the past we
Come on,
disabled
bot
duo.
lane duo Q, bot lane 200% crit, 7. item, víc goldů, větší damage, ty pičo, kámo, halo, nejlepší patch v historii LoLka. Kámo, ale tady vidíš, jak AD carry je momentálně tak useless role, když buffujou úplně všechno, co existuje, tak buffujou na AD carry.
At Apex tier ranks because it's so often led.
Kamil, dáme duo do challengeru, ty mě potáháš do challengeru, dáme content jak svině. To bude
But because of the
contentový cák
improvements we
blázen.
mentioned earlier, as well as the ongoing work on boosting and ranking,
Já si tam budu mít copy-pastu vždycky you got gapped by 32-year-old AD carry. How do you feel?
manipulation detection,
Každou lobby to tam spamnu, jakmile gapnu botlane.
we're confident that we can bring back high MMR duoing without it being so abused.
So, call up your friends. It's duo time.
Switching gears, let's talk about swift play.
The tech lead for WASD. I'm right, call me KT. Now that Worlds is open.
Ale tady vidíš, jaký useless AD carry. Jako poslouchej mě. Oni ti dají 7. item, dají ti větší gold income, buffujou crit ze skurvených 150 nebo kolik je teď crit? 160% na 200%, o 40% větší damage máš. 7. item, co ti jebe. Konečně bude AD carry správně balancovaná role. Konečně.
Over and we're getting closer to the end of the year, we want to check back in on the wild.
Ale trošku mám problém s top lane, že top lane Malphite bude mít level 19, nebo top lane Mundo bude mít level 19. A já budu mít level 12. S tím mám trochu problém. A to je jedna věc. A druhá věc, s čím mám problém je, že kurva, já nebudu mít solo queue nikdy víc než 3 itemy. Ta hra skončí na 3 itemech.
We've been on the PvE for a few months now. And in that
Reálně ta
time,
hra
we've
končí na jednom itemu, takže ten 7. item je k hovnu. Ale aspoň mám větší gold income.
For 100
O pár.
bucks. All thanks to the feedback we received from all of you creative, maybe a little unhinged PvE players who've been helping us find, identify, and crush all of these pesky bugs. An extra special thanks to the players who are able to re-trigger the notorious new bug.
Takže oni nerfou jungle, buffou AD a buffou top lane. Jediný, co se mi nelíbí, je, že buffou top lane, protože top lane je broken teďka. Ty vole, že mám hrát AD na top lane? Upřímně asi budu hrát AD, reálně, protože budu moc hrát duo s Kamilem a to bude dobrý content.
Even beyond
Top má level cap na 20, top lane je hrozně broken.
bugs, PvE players
Top lane
have
už teď je broken, já nevím, proč
been
to
giving us
buffujou.
great recommendations and requests.
One Redditor recommended that we add an option to do a single button input to move at a 45-degree angle up and down the lane. It sounded pretty wild at first, but we found through our so it will be available as an accessibility option for WASD players going forward. Since our debut on the PvE, we've been continuously updating all the different facets of WASD. We've made improvements to navigating around minions, wall sliding, the new dynamic lock camera, and more. One of these features is a new auto attack system for WASD. With practice and dedication, you'll be able to weave attacks and movement, matching the experience in point and click to reach your optimum DPS. Our goal is to keep WASD as an alternative control scheme at all levels of play, not just for brand new players. We'll be keeping an eye on feedback as well as our internal data to ensure it remains an equitable experience.
We've also been updating our dynamic locked camera. We've added the highly requested ability to tune the camera speed to your liking. Along with these settings, we heard your feedback on wanting a way to scout ahead, to check for ganks, look at other lanes, and much more. So we've introduced a new feature appropriately named the Scout Ahead mode. When you're in dynamic locked camera, you can hold your middle mouse button to freely move your camera, and you'll snap back on release. These features, along with all the bug fixes, will be available when WASD goes live tomorrow in all queues except ranked and normal draft games. We're choosing to keep WASD out of draft modes for now, as we want to make sure you can have a smooth process for your ranked climb.
Really? Tomorrow?
Well, WASD will be live in all unranked queues except normal draft in patch 2524, which for many of you should be tomorrow.
We saw your requests and questions about other features we've promised, like champion-specific keybinds and enabling many of these new features for point-and-click players. We're still working on them, and much more to come.
We're at the point where we want to focus on getting large amounts of player data in order to drive our development further. So we're opening up the...
Ale oni věděli, že AD carry je useless role, ale oni nevěděli, jak to AD carry buffnou, aby se to nehrálo na topu a na midu. Rozumíš? Protože tam máš víc goldů a víc levelů, je zadarmo na té lince. Takže oni prostě vymysleli to, že buffnou to AD. Oni skrz ty quest itemy. Že ten quest, že ty, když hraješ AD, tak to musíš hrát na botu, aby si měl ten quest, co ti dává jakoby... Ale nevím, jestli se nebude hrát AD furt na topu na midu. Strašně bude důležitý, jak jako nerfujou tu jungle, jak moc si nerfujou ten path, ten clear path, protože teďka každý jungler clearuje hrozně rychle.
Já mám taky problém a nevím, jestli se dá s tím, ale tak asi to je jedno. S kámošem máme hádku jako kot kámo, opět dokud řešíme to. Mi prostě přijde, že mu reálně jako fakt mrdlo v hlavě, že prostě úplně schizo. On mi prostě tvrdí, kámo, že v volku bude 7 itemů na maxmanech, je to pravda?
Koštíkám.
Samozřejmě, že buffujou crit na 200%, 7 itemů, lepší gold income. No co ti jebe, bráško? AD carry is back, baby.
Díky, čest, díky, dělal jsem back.